Hello. Welcome to Time to Heal. I'm your host, Shampoo. And I don't know if this show is about solutions, but if you have solutions, because obviously I only have one solution. Bitch, leave. If you don't like it, leave. If you can't take the heat, leave. So if you have solutions and you could tell me something that's better than that solution, you can hit me up via Super Chat and let me know how you feel. Again, I'm your host, Shampoo, and it's time to heal. Talking about domestic violence, we have a couple of bullet points that we will get to, and let me introduce my two co-hosts, and I want to thank them for joining in on the conversation. First up is Anika. How are you this evening?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good, good. Your phone sounds great. Phone sounds excellent. Yes, and you're going to start off with our first bullet point, but I just want to find out about you because we never really talked to you on the air on this show. And how are you this evening?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, great, great, great. And we also have Antoinette.
Hello.
Yes, how are you this evening?
I'm well. Had a long week.
And what do they call you? You always say you had a long week.
I do. I have two jobs. I'm a mom and a career woman.
You said you're a mom too?
Yes.
Okay. How old is your child? Son or daughter?
I have two. I have a boy and a girl. One is 10, and the other, my baby boy, he's 6 months.
Okay,
he just made 6 months.
I didn't know that. I didn't dig enough last week. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, Anika, just tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the program. Well, we're in the program, but that's radio talk. Before we get into what we have to do, our bullet points, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So the hate room might know me better as SatSukiSama 6 in the hate room, so that's me. And I'm based in Atlanta, single, no kids, Jamaican. So those are the basics. So, if you want any specific information, just ask me what you want to know.
Well, I want to, of course I have to ask you, were you ever in a domestic violence type of relationship, or you know anybody, or you could share any quick stories before we get into our bullet points?
Yeah, I have not been the victim of any kind of domestic violence situation, nor have I been, an abuser. However, I have witnessed domestic violence situations within my orbit. I have people close to me who have experienced it. I have guided people through domestic violence situations. Someone very close to me.
Guided, real quick, when you say guided, what do you mean by that?
So I had a situation where someone close to me, was in the midst of a domestic violence or in the midst of an abusive relationship. And, I helped her get out of that situation and also came close to, shooting the person.
That's funny.
But yeah. So
shooting the person that was abusing her.
That was abusing the person who was close to me. Yes.
Okay. So was it hard for you to talk her out of that situation? Like how does that work?
Yeah, it was very difficult because first of all, she had to come to the realization that she had to come to grips with the reality that she was in an abusive relationship. And she also couldn't come to grips with the fact that she allowed herself to be in that situation. And so, many times we as women, we think we have all the strength and all this stuff. We're so smart. We
got all the answers.
Yeah, we have all the answers, and then when you find yourself in the situation, you're like, how the frick am I in this situation? I can't believe that I allowed myself. You can't even admit to yourself that you actually
allowed yourself to get in that situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
so,
wait, I'm gonna come right back to you, Antoinette.
Yes.
Antoinette, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Antoinette.
So now you have two children. Are they from the same father or different fathers? Or I mean, I gotta pry. I gotta know you.
No, it's okay. No, it's not two from different men, two different stages of my life. My first one I had when I was 21, and I just had my son at 31. So they're exactly 10 years apart.
Oh, okay. And you're in a relationship now?
No, I'm single.
Oh, okay, okay.
After my husband, I've been single ever since because I've been taking my whole 20s. Like I said, I'm enjoying my 30s now. I'm not locking myself down in a relationship. Not right now.
All right, so you were married?
Yeah.
And you got a divorce?
Of course. I had to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I had to leave him.
Why was that?
He was abusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He was abusive. He was very abusive to the point that, I had to just, leave everything. And like you said, that is a solution because you're just going to have to leave. I left everything to get away. I ran away. So
when you see young ladies or older ladies stay in these relationships, do they have anything? Are they to blame somewhat? Because you know what, I'm going to tell you about myself, and I'm going to keep it real. The first shows, I was really trying to find solutions within myself on why women stay or why they get into these relationships, and I come to the realization that I'm kind of still like that. I'm still like the man I was, not in the sense of taking action,
right.
But at the same time, I have to be real on how I feel about my wife, and the fact that I want to know where she's at all times, and people could call me a simp or whatever the case may be, but I got to be real with myself.
Yeah, it's a big thing to admit that, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they know it, but they don't want to say it because of their pride or whatever. But, and there's a lot of other elements, insecurity, fear, learned behavior. But, as long as you can point it out, it is a way you can help. I mean, you still want to have that rage, but it's just how do you channel it,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a problem saying I do get furious, but as long as you know how to channel your anger, it's not a big deal, admitting to that.
Yeah, because I feel like I was suppressing the way I really am, and I got to find solutions on why this is like that and this is like that. And, to be honest with you, if I stopped feeling the way I feel about wanting to know where my wife is at, or sometimes threatening her verbally, not physically, because I still do that, and I want to admit that. I think I'm trying to stop that, but I do fall into that every now and then. It's not every night, not every day, certainly not every week.
Yeah.
But it's a habit that I get into. And, that's...
But, I mean, that's not making it excusable. I mean, there's not an excuse for that at all. I mean, as long as you know that... And like I said, as long as you know how to channel it or work on it, it's not that bad that you could point that out instead of being in denial and saying, no, I'm not like that. She likes it. Or, ain't no problem with that. That's how I run my household. That's being,
Yeah. Don't make me go there. That's how I fucking feel, man.
Well, I bet your wife feel the same way too. Shit.
Well, she
didn't want to bust you upside your head too. She probably know what to do.
You don't
want to make you feel that way.
Yeah, she makes me feel. She brings that out of me, and that makes me think that I still like her.
Okay.
Akina, what do you think about what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm keeping it real. Men that really do that to women, they could be insecure. I don't think that's my issue, but they could be insecure. But as Antoinette said, yeah, she had to get out that relationship because the love was just too much. She wound up dead.
Yeah. Well, the way I see it is this: at what point do we reach a compromise, right? So, there are a lot of these women out here. These, just there are a certain type of women who have never seen an argument that they could walk away from, who don't know how to shut the fuck up. Okay.
True.
Pardon my profanity. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally
No,
they don't know how to shut up, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll shut you up. I mean,
shut up or get shut the fuck up. That's one option right there. But then also you have the male. At what point do you have a certain level of self-control? Okay, so can we reach some kind of compromise? At what point does conflict resolution, right, enter the situation? Okay, so women shut the fuck up. Know when to. If the guy, you can't just keep, prodding and pushing the guy and expect him not to
do nothing.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Now, if you leave him clean, just like Antoinette said, if you leave him and now he comes looking for you and all of that, and then start. Now that's different. Now that's different. That's a whole different ball game because you left. You did.
That has happened. That has happened.
Yeah, but you did what I recommend. So after you leave at a clean break and don't try to giggle and I'm leaving and don't really leave and leave some of your stuff there so you could come back and argue and fight and all that stuff. Once you make a clean break,
right,
and that man comes back to your house or wherever he finds you, then that's different. Now,
and that was the night that nigga was about to kill me too, and I just said, "Fuck that."
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So have my clothes on. Yes.
I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no sympathy, and I can't stand up for a man that gets in his car and tries to find where you at.
Yeah.
Now, again, I know he loves you, and that's why he gets in his car in his pajamas or in his shorts. And
that's a game.
And that's what?
That's a game.
No, it's
why
not
do
a game.
all of that? Why do all of that though? I mean, why even have the argument if you're going to be all elaborate? If she's going to leave and you want to go follow her and all that other shit, that's why I used to tell her, boy, it was like, why even have to go this far? It's not even cute.
I've been there, and you can't help it. It's a sickness, and you can't help it.
It's embarrassing. It's crazy.
Yeah, but nobody, they don't, but my men, I didn't care if it was embarrassing or I didn't care how I looked. I didn't care. All I wanted to know was who this bitch was with and who, who she was calling and who.
But what if it was nobody or she wasn't with anyone? What if it was some figment of your imagination? Dudes do that. And I ain't going to say all dudes, because some chicks act like that. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I'm just talking about, the scenario. It'll be some shit that gets pulled out of thin air. And it's like, like Anita said, I'm sitting right next to you. Anita, I'm sitting right next to you. How in the hell could I be cheating on you? And they be looking for shit. Like, it's like some kind of, I don't know. They be like,
and let me also say that. And
then we're going to go right after this. We're going to get into the first bullet point, and Nick, I want you to read. But go on. Let's
Sure. Yeah. So let me also say that stuff is more about possession than love. You see the person who you, in your mind, think you love. You see her more as a possession, something that you own. And that's why you're so concerned about where she is and what she's doing. Yeah. It's not love, it's possession.
Yeah.
Well, so if I think about my wife, and I've been married 17 years, and I think about her often and wonder where she's at and this and that. So that's possession. That's not love, or is it a mixture of both? Or
no, when you constantly like bugging them and
no, I don't bug out like that.
I mean, yeah, it's cute to miss me, but it's like, yo, you have a checking in and shit. You calling her job, or you know what I'm saying, making sure she is where she's at. That's possessive.
Yeah.
I miss you, boo. I mean, a girl, of course, will love attention, but too much, that is possessive.
Well,
and
I say that too. When I call her, and when she picks up the phone, I say, "Yo, I miss you," but really, I'm checking. You
listening in the background and shit. Yeah, I know how to go. I know the routine.
Yeah,
I already know the game.
Yeah.
I got the third eye too. Yeah, I got a third eye. That's why I tell people I'm single. I'll be looking at these patterns early. Like, I've seen it pretty. And, you know, the crazy part which make me, bug out is like, how did I end up in that relationship? Because I've seen it happen so many times, like Satsuki did. Like, you see it happen and just, like, it just takes you for a whirlwind, blindsides you how you end up in a situation like that. Because at first you think it's cute how they checking up and, calling and I miss you, where you at? You're taking too long. That's cute. Until it starts becoming...
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it becomes cute at first.
Yeah, exactly.
And it gets old and start growing a horn.
And in all fairness, the man doesn't, most of the time, he doesn't go into it thinking he's going to be like that.
Well, some already done it to their ex-girlfriends already. They already know. It gives segue to one of my bullet points, but let's go into a bullet point. Let's go to
the first bullet point. It comes out of let me pull it up. I know it comes out of California, and
three dead, boy rescued after double murder suicide near Visalia.
Yeah, take it away, Anika.
Okay, a young boy has been rescued and 3 people are dead following a late-night hostage situation northeast of Visalia, and I guess that's in California.
Yeah,
the incident began with a domestic violence call just before 9 p.m. on Wednesday. The situation quickly escalated, and the SWAT team was called in.
Go ahead. Yeah, because I read this story. It's crazy.
You still laughing?
The male suspect in this case, we believe to be the suspect in this case, and a close relative of his both succumbed to gunshot wounds. We believe dead. We believe died from these gunshot wounds and were found dead inside the home. Yeah. A third victim was found shot and killed in the garage area. Said
he was trying to get in the car. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Not too fast.
Yeah.
Partner. Go ahead.
There were 9 people in the home.
We're going to get through it. I know this story is crazy. Go ahead, though. We're going to get through it, though.
There were 9 people at the home at the time, including a 4-year-old boy. Several were able to make it outside safely, but the child was missing. When authorities eventually entered the home, they found 2 men and 1 woman dead in the home.
Yeah. Laid out.
We did, in fact, Sorry, should I continue?
Yeah, because it's a very crucial point that you're going to read. I usually wouldn't read the whole story, let you read the whole story, but it's a crucial part in the story. Go ahead. We did, in fact. Go ahead.
Okay. We did, in fact, make entry into the home. Our SWAT team did, discovering a small 4-year-old child inside the home, hiding in a closet, really shaken and fearing for his life. Our SWAT team almost a chair rang out from the fact that we were able to have the child removed from the home safely, said Bordeaux.
Yeah, I never could read that. But let's just say Bordeaux.
Okay. Sheriff Bordeaux said it was the people outside that helped locate him, saying he was known to hide in that location. Bordeaux added he wasn't the first time they had been called to the home for a domestic violence situation. Deputies were called to the residence the day before. Police are not identifying who was involved, saying they're related but not saying how.
Yes. All right, now I'm going to go to you first, Anika, and I want you to tell me, what do you think about this story? Because there's some things in here that, listen, this stuff sounds like an everyday story. Unfortunately, it sounds like an everyday story, but there's a couple of things in here that was very interesting to me. But what do you think about this first bullet point?
Well, I think it's a classic story of repeated domestic violence situation. The fact that, the police was called the day before, and the fact that the police was called the day before, and I would, venture to say that the police has been called to this residence many times, prior to this situation. I also think that the fact that, the neighbors said that the child was known to have been pretty much hiding in that closet, I mean, it's a pattern. And so it's like, listen.
There you go. Yep.
Listen. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to blame the victim, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But at what point does a woman take responsibility for her life, for her child, okay? Mm-hmm. So, listen, it has been a pattern. Now, I'm not saying that she's at fault because, the perpetrator, the abuser, should always be held responsible for, his deeds.
Absolutely.
But at what point does a woman take responsibility for her life and leave? And and how far should I extend my sympathy to a woman who stayed in a relationship that was abusive time and time again? Why am I supposed to feel bad for this woman when she stayed?
That's my sentiment. And it's I'm gonna go. Yeah, Antoinette. Let me hear what you have to say about this. What's your understanding about this first bullet point, and then I'm gonna have you read the second one. But I just want to hear what you have to say about this.
No doubt. Yeah, I totally agree with y'all. I mean, it does seem like it happened before, especially where the little kid knew where to go hide. It looks like a routine fight that actually went wrong. Somebody knew how to get the fuck out because they seen this shit happen before, so they were smart enough to get out first or whatever before it got, really bad. But, like, when, I'm going to just touch on when I say, you don't feel any sympathy for women who stays. A lot of times they stay for, different reasons, and outside looking in, it may look like, oh, my God. But inside looking out.
Why did you stay? Because you didn't leave right away. Why did you stay?
No, I didn't. It was more or less fear. He knew everything. It was really fear. He knew with my family, and he used to threaten me. I knew I'll kill everybody, and I knew he was capable. He was crazy, so I knew he was capable of doing it. I seen him fuck up people. So it wasn't like it was a punk fighting me. But if you're still a punk hitting a female, I mean, you'll fight anybody. He was just psycho. But it was more or less fear. But when I left the whole coast. I went down south. Like he wasn't able to see me.
Now going back to this bullet point, that's part of my belief in these situations. And I'm not pointing this at you, Antoinette, but when a person has usually when a female a lady has kids, they become. I don't want to use the word, and I'm not putting this towards you. I'm saying they become more vulnerable. I'm not going to use the word desperate. I'm going to use the word vulnerable.
Because they want to be like, oh, that's my child's father. He loves. I don't want to take him away from his father.
No. I'm not even. Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's definitely part of it. But I'm actually talking about a person that's not the father of the kids. Like if they make a clean break from that person, they become vulnerable in the sense that I'm stuck with these 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 kids, and I will take almost anybody. And guys know that. Guys play on that.
That's what guys tell females. My daughter's father used to tell me that. But let me tell you something. Oh, nobody's going to want you because you have a child.
That's exactly what I would tell you.
I got way more plays pregnant. Guys don't care. They just tell females that to get in their head.
Yeah.
They just tell females that to get in their head.
No, I understand that.
And I'm going to tell you, like I tell my daughter, she has friends that have their mother and father, just like these domestic cases. And, you know, she just lives with her mom, and her mom does everything for her. She don't have to work. It was so funny. We went out to eat for dinner, and she don't even know what the word poverty means. And we was like, dang. That's
she doesn't know the word.
Know what the word poverty means, because it's not like, you know, we use that in our vocabulary. And we was like, dang, that's true. And she's like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like being stuck up. It's like, so she gets whatever she wants. So I tell her, I said, you know, you think about having a mom and dad. I said, you'd rather have a mom, a cool mom who gives you whatever you want, than having a fuck-ass parent or a dad who beats their mom, or a house that's not, you know, happy. We're happy in our house, and she enjoys that. And I tell her, some people don't have a mom, some people don't have a dad, and she understands that. So I don't have a guy tell me, oh, because I'm a single parent, I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to be lonely or anything like that, or my child, you know, going to feel bad there's not a mom and dad. It's better to be alone and happy than sticking with somebody and, you know, being upset or, you know, beat up or sad or depressed, you know?
Yeah,
so
I agree.
They gotta just tell you that to get in your head. It's game. It's a mindset.
It's game, but it works, and that's why
it works.
We use it. Let me I'll get to these super chats. They're very important. Okay. And I want to just read these, and then we'll come back and you know, we'll go to the second bullet point, and we have a third one if we need it. But let me get to this these super chats. A couple of females are checking in. Oh, Zadie. Anika looks like a mixture of Bed Bop and Rocksteady, whoever that is.
I have no idea what that is, but thank you for your donation.
All right. Fatnum Luciano. I love you, Annette Bay. Forever yours. Hashtag forever yours. Hashtag sip shit. Next up is he doesn't say anything. He just says Shampoo's living relative. Fatnum Luciano checks in again. Anika, talk down on Dana so it's fuck her forever. I don't know what that means.
And I'll continue to talk down on Dana so long as she remains a shameless side bitch.
Yo, I always wanted to ask you, what was your gripe against Dana, man?
What happened? I don't really want to talk about Dana because she's not here, but, you know, I mean, I can have her call in and y'all can curse each other out, but anyway, we'll see. All right, let me finish. Dakin Cast, Larry, what the fuck are you talking about? Masi Soul, I know this ugly bitch ain't the same bitch who was talking reckless in the chat this whole time. That's the super chats for right now. A couple of more came in, but you know, we're gonna finish up on this one. And that's what happens too when women have kids and they fall in love with these guys and disregard the safety of their family and disregard the safety of their kids because of sex, love, lust, having a good time,
money,
money, So
I've seen this one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It was years ago.
I want to hear from you.
This was like in 2007. I was living in Delaware, and this one lady, she was, I ain't even call her lady, but she was messing with this one guy, and he ended up killing her child. And she was crying more that the guy was going to jail than her baby was dead. I'm like, this fucking, that was crazy. Some chicks, they think like that.
No, and you know, it's weird, but I understand it because, you know, they need love and you know, but at the same time, these organizations that talk to these women about domestic violence, and on the next show I'm gonna have 1-800 numbers for people. You know, for people to call in, but call those numbers because I really can't help you. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm just a dude with an opinion, and that can give you, try to give you some advice. And you definitely can chime in via super chat. But I'm just gonna be myself from now on.
Yeah, keep it funky. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, those thoughts come in my head. And. It's not triggered by me. You know what I'm saying? It's triggered by my wife. It's triggered by, sometimes it's triggered by, women. You know, and it's weird. So let's.
So you have something against women? Like there's something about women that makes you really angry at them?
No, I love women. I love to have.
Then why so do you get that mad against men? Can a man bring you that angry for you to at least strike him or even, like, raise your voice at him? Not, give him the mean mugs like you do in your car, but, square up. I know what you're understand.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm not mentally involved in men like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure a guy pissed you off.
Yeah,
because a woman couldn't even do that much to you.
Yeah, but I could just leave them. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? You really can't. I like to be around women. I really don't like to be around men. Like, I'm a relationship type of dude. I'm not a type of dude that can be single. If I left, like if my wife cheated on me, that's it. That bitch is done. She's done. I'm not going to beat her up. Or, I don't know what I would do. Tell you the truth, be honest with you, but I could never take a woman back after she done that. Never.
Yeah, you never been through it, so yeah, you make sense.
Right, that's a deal breaker to me. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you call me. I don't give a fuck. That's the one thing I don't tolerate.
Yeah, and that's you taking responsibility for your life, for your heart, for yourself, and something that women need to do as well. Walk away.
Yeah, because you're enabling. If you tell a woman that you need to leave this guy because he doesn't love you. I called the 1-800 number to get some tips on what to prepare for this show. Tonight I called up, and they said something that surprised me. They said, "Do not tell these women that man doesn't love them." And I thought that they were going to say that the man didn't love them. They said it's very, very, very difficult to get a woman away from somebody like that. They said they get hundreds and hundreds of calls of women saying they can't leave because of the love that they have for each other. And that's rough. And then we're going back to the first bullet point where the man shot up the whole whole family except for the boy that was hiding in the closet. You know, he's used to it. This boy is used to it. But at the same time, it's like, this shit is crazy. Yeah, we could laugh and, ha, 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 he.
Yeah, it should be like that be happening.
Yeah, it should be happening. It's starting to be so ordinary and starting to be so everyday-ish. I have to start looking at the woman I can't keep looking at the man. I can't keep doing it. I can't. I really can't. I tried to. I can't do it.
I think it should be understood that, look, men are going to,
it's up to you.
A lot of it.
Go ahead.
Quite frankly, a lot of men ain't shit, okay?
Well,
we need to understand that sometimes men ain't shit.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of y'all ain't shit.
No, go ahead.
But so you have to, as a woman, you have to operate with the understanding that, yes, you want to keep an open mind, an open heart, in case you come across a man who, is indeed worth your time, but also with the understanding that you have to protect yourself.
Right.
So who are these women who, how are you falling in love with these men to the point where you don't even love yourself enough to leave an abusive relationship? Who are
Some
these
people? Don't have that kind of love. Some people don't have that kind of love.
They don't have that love for their self.
Right.
They don't have that love for their self.
Yeah. They don't, and they never seen it. They probably seen a mom go through it. They probably think that's what they deserve because that's all they seen.
Well, we're going to go into the second. We're going to go into the somebody's email and say I'm on my game tonight. I appreciate that, man. But do it through via super chat. Shit, don't email me. Do it through super chat. Anyway, let's go to the second bullet point. I would like you to Antoinette. I'd like you to read it.
All right, I'm gonna just it's come by way of CNN Living website. It says parent inside a battered mind and his victim's soul. Battered mind. A man who's abused with words in his fist shares how he got there. All right. He's nothing like I imagined. His demeanor is gentle. His smile and handshake is warm. His words friendly and measured. He asks permission before a bite of his takeout salad. Where's the batterer I've come to meet? The men who grab and push the women he claimed to love. The one I enlisted to help understand why do so many men does that. How did he stop? Oh, I'm not. I lost my spot. Yeah, I did. I've been sipping. I'm sorry. The one I enlisted to help me understand why do some men do this? How can they be stopped? Dylan is an Ivy League educated, self-proclaimed nerd who was raised by loving parents and with advanced degree. He grew up in a beautiful home in a Tony Atlanta suburb. He enjoyed every privilege a boy could want. He vacationed in places like Cairo, London, and Paris before he can shave. He defies his stereotypical image of a batterer in his mind. I'm ashamed of my naivety. A lesson one, just because he has it so good doesn't mean he's capable of being brutal. Dylan was met. Well, basically, let me just tell you what the story's about.
Yeah. I was going to stop you anyway. Go ahead.
So the story is basically about a man. He was a reformed batterer. He learned this behavior as a child. He saw his mom and dad, which were two prominent people. He come from, money, but he saw his parents fight. He even seen a guy that he looked up to in school, him hit his girlfriend, a girl that he really was into, that he was in love. So he thought that was a way to treat women. So as he started college, he started treating women the way that he saw as a childhood. So it talks about two women, but it was the last one, the story is mainly about, her name is Isabella, and he gives pretty much a play-by-play way called a power to control will. Is a tactic that men use to control women. And some of the points of the tactic is isolation. So he basically gets the woman by herself saying, you don't need to hang out with your friends.
I do that. I do that now.
That's another sign.
But I don't look at it as a tactic. I really
it's a thing that guys do. Now, you don't probably see it that way because you've probably done it so much you think it's innocent. Like some people lie and believe it.
Innocent. Go ahead.
Yeah. Another tactic, he calls it male privilege. He does things like if she comes over too late, he locks her out, make her knock on the door, and he takes his time to answer the door to make her wait, to teach her a lesson. Pretty much economic abuse. Isabella, she was kind of disabled.
Wait. Say that again, because this
no
whole thing is sounding like me in a sense. Go ahead.
And that's who I thought about. Well, in my ex, but no privilege. Basically saying I'm the king of the castle. I'm going to let you in when I want to because you didn't come the time I told you to come. Little mind games like that. He did things like that. And there's other things that y'all do in a house.
Because listen, we're going to come back to that, but I'm going to me. I met my wife, and no disrespect to my wife. She's a beautiful person, everything, but she comes from an area in the Bronx that I bettered her life. And she bettered mine. No. She bettered mine in a sense. Okay. But I'm talking about I bettered her life better than her father could ever do. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't give a fuck who's listening.
See, I don't know y'all, so it may be true. So.
I know people that know her, and they listen, and they're going to tell her, and I'll deal with that then. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I think that I bettered her life by meeting her and bringing her into my fold. So all I ask is just simple things, what she does, but simple things, and don't think that you're all of a sudden better than me. See, that's the part that ticks me off. That's the part that you didn't do me a favor. I did you a favor.
Now, could I interrupt you, Shampoo? That's a sign of male privilege right there. You're telling me, you're telling her, I took you out of, where you came from. You live in my kind of lifestyle. I did this for you, so you have to, be like this, or I expect this from you now because I made your life better. That's a sign of male privilege. You're showing her, you're holding that over her head.
Yeah, but it's not.
And if I may also add, Shannon.
Yeah, but it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's not anything that's crazy. If the garbage can is outside, you can't think that you're so good from where you came from that you can't bring that garbage inside of a garage, and you got a garage opener. Like, I'm not no way in hell.
But I think she does things that you expect her to do that you don't even consider doing because that's what she does. She usually does that. She take care of that. I ain't going to think about it. That's probably something that she thinks of you.
But weren't you also up on gender roles? The woman does certain things in the household and the man does certain things. So the man's role is to take in the garbage can. So why is it a problem if he bypasses the garbage can and it expects you to take it in whenever you remember to do so?
In that situation, that would be fine if that was the case. But in my mind, it's saying I'm not touching that garbage can because I'm too good for that. Now, I'm saying to myself,
why do you jump to that? Why do you, jump to that assumption?
Because you can bring laundry upstairs. You could walk the dogs. You do a lot of physical things. But one thing you can't do is touch a garbage can. Bitch, are you fucking crazy?
Did you talk to her about it? Well, okay, instead of getting upset, did you talk to her about it and say, can sometimes? And she didn't do it now?
I blew up about that shit, yo. For real.
You see, this is how you come at us. Nobody's going to really, take in that. If you say, babe, can you help with the garbage can sometimes, please? She will.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Instead of like, bitch, why is it every time I have to take out the goddamn... No, I ain't saying all that.
I did say that. But I'm glad you said what you just said the first time because I did that. There's a way you can
say things to people, talk to people. I mean, she's a grown woman.
So if I said that nicely, which I did, the same way you said it, and then it happens again, then what should I do?
Say it again.
Yeah, see?
Until like,
So it's a
no, you don't keep,
you
you don't keep saying it, but you know.
You even laughing at that shit.
She probably forgot, like learned behavior. You know what I mean? I mean, you probably have to remind her.
What did you do? What did you do to make your baby father, whoever?
He wasn't my baby father. That was my ex-husband. God made it a way that I cannot have children by him. We tried. God knows we tried.
So his sperm, he ain't had no fishes. Wait, let me get these super chats real quick out the way. Cause I'm telling you, they're very important. Let me just get these super chats, and then we're gonna come right back because I want to know why. Was it you? I'm gonna let me let these download. Here we go. Let me take off my glasses. You know I'm an old nigga. I'm pretty though. I'm old. Mr. LS. Salute Shampoo. The show has improved. This guy is so improved. I usually fall asleep during the first 10 minutes. Now I'm falling asleep after 20 minutes. I like that. Nice.
Yeah, we made progress, yo.
No, that ain't that a bitch. Dakin Cast. Larry, what the fuck are you talking? I don't know what that means. AF twice. Anika's voice sounds batshit crazy. Well, she's Jamaican. She can't help it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm West Indian, too. J Grant 4620 says 9. Shampoo's living relative. Another donation. He doesn't say anything. HB2N. Do women feel shame for creating bastards? No. We're going to get into that. Manchild 79. Let this be a lesson. Just because you're in the hate room doesn't mean that you can be on the air respectfully. True. Facts. Eddie Kane. Rebranded. This show will work. Heel Shampoo. Maybe. MCWC78. Samsuki need a prayer for number 9. Fatnum Luciano. This show is great with Granddaddy Perp. Whatever that is. But thank you for your donations. I appreciate it. And
I get it.
I want to ask you, Antoinette, what happened?
What you trying to say? What did I do? It wasn't what.
I didn't say what did you do.
That's what you want to ask. Yeah, okay. Well,
when you said it, you said I had to get out of there. He was crazy, and I mean, you know, tell me why he was crazy. Tell me.
He was very jealous. He was jealous.
Why?
Because, and this is what he told me, which I thought was the dumbest thing. He said because I guess the guys that he hung around liked me and used to he saw how they used to look at me, but he got mad at me. I told you the last show I wasn't able to look up. I wasn't able to go to the store. I'm telling you, it was deeper with this abuse. I was like a prisoner as well. One of my stories was just like the one. He held me hostage, broke my phone. I couldn't leave for like 2 days. He locked me and my daughter in the house and everything. We couldn't leave. It got real bad. But I couldn't go shopping. He used to time me from work. He used to check on me at work. They knew when he would call. Everything.
But you loved it.
I thought it was cute. I thought, because you know what? Because I thought I needed protection. I thought, because he was a bad boy. I liked the bad boys. I don't know. When I was younger.
You liked the what?
Bad boys, guys who was, I ain't gonna lie. Like you can say, you was the way that you were abusive.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
I can admit that. That's how I learned from my mistakes. You don't have to tell me.
I already know. I already know already. Because any woman, and I don't give a fuck, any woman, I'm not going to specify, I'm not going to do that tonight. Any woman that's in a relationship that gets her ass whipped or slapped, not nothing crazy, just a slap on her face, that does not leave, she is an enabler. If anybody can argue that point and successfully and tell me she's not, I will give them $100. Any woman that does not leave, I don't give a fuck. Every woman has a friend to go to. Every woman has a couch to sleep on.
I'm sorry, but should your mother, no disrespect, because I like you, Shampoo. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no,
like I said, these are cases, because this is no shot.
Motherfucker doing shit all
no,
the time.
I'm not, because I like you. But so your mother should have left when your father, did what he did to her then?
Listen.
Those are exceptions. There's exceptions. You can't just say.
No. I'm not gonna let you run over my father. Listen.
Yeah,
My father never, ever hit my mother. Only one time he slapped her. One time.
So that's what you're saying. So that's what you're saying. Only one time when he first slapped you, she should have left.
I did say that. Yeah. But,
okay, so now you see what I'm talking about? Should she have?
You got me there, but
it goes by,
That's
some guys don't do it no more, or like your father, so-called, because they said once he put his hands on you, he'll do it again.
Yeah,
He'll be like, I gotta wait.
But he never did. But I understand what you're saying. I truly understand what you're saying. Let's wrap up the show. And I want to thank everybody for chiming in. I want to thank you two young ladies, Antoinette and Anika, for joining in on the conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. And, yes, have a good rest of your week. And this is Time to Heal, hosted by your boy Shampoo. And I appreciate y'all. All right? And thanks for the donations.
Peace.
All right. Thank you.
All right, see you. Take care.
Good night.